So what's going on, guys? So I'm wearing my same shorts as usual. You know, I like these shorts because they're my favorite shorts. But by the way, you're probably saying to yourself, what keeps me going? What motivates me? What do I do? You know, uh, like what keeps me going? What keeps me going? And why don't I give up? That's a good fucking question. I never give up. You know, I'm just there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff to do in life. You know, there's so much stuff to do in life. I have like billions and trillions of things to do in life. You know, like for example, I can read on my phone. I could read a book. You know, I could do math. You know, I could journal. I could play video games, but I don't really play video games that much anymore. I don't find video games interesting anymore. I think video games are boring as shit. You know, all these video games that are coming out now, they're boring as shit. Not even a good game, bro. I mean, except for GTA 6, but I'm not really excited for GTA 6 because GTA 6 is gonna be like another, you know, another game. It might be good. I know it's gonna be good. You know, it's gonna be really good. But you know, what keeps me going? You know, uh, why haven't I? Why have I got less interested in video games than I usually am? Because I'm a gamer. You know, I used to be a gamer. I mean, I still am a gamer. Um, but like, why don't I play video games anymore? You know, that's a good fucking question. You know, yeah. Maybe it's because I got tremors, so my hands shake. So I can't really play competitive games. I gotta play single player games. I'm not really good at competitive games anymore. I still am. Don't get me wrong, but it's just that like I'm not very. My hands are shaky. They get shaky. That's why I take medications for them. So my hands don't shake. I take tremors. I take the Panadol. Yeah, something to know. But another thing is, uh, you know, uh, you know, I don't know. I'm probably gonna dye my hair. You know, I don't know what color. I want to dye it white, but like I can't do it white. I want to do it red. You know, I want to do it red. You know, I like red. That's my favorite color. But what keeps me going? You know, as long as I got a cigarette in my hand, as long as I have my hair, my body, my looks, then that's what keeps me going. Because I don't know if you guys knew this about me, but I am attracted to myself. You know, the reason why I'm attracted to myself is because I find myself very attractive. Right? I don't know about you, but like when you like I only date myself. You know, and the reason why I date myself is because 2026 relationships are not they're not really worth it. Right? You see, I don't really date just to date. I date because I want to date because I want to have close contact with I want to have I want to experience that kind of love, but I don't really want to experience love that much because you know you see um, it's very hard to love because when you love somebody it's very hard to love, right? Another thing is you know I also like to record myself a lot. I like to take pictures. I like to take photos. I like to take videos, of me yapping and me talking, because it's very fun and interesting. Um, it's very cool. You know, also, um, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Stuff that really tries, or really gets to it, or really tries to buckle your duckle and tries to get a duckle, right? Now why? I don't know. You know, I'm just a guy that knows a guy. You know, but you know, we don't have to get into that kind of conversation. We're gonna try to keep it low. We're gonna try to keep it low, and we're gonna try to keep it smooth, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because you think I'm crazy. Have you even seen what's going on the side? Do you know do you know what goes on outside? Do you want to have a conversation about that? Right? Let's have a decent conversation, right? Now let's say if you put up a guy like me in a house by myself, I'll be completely normal, right? But if you put me outside, that's a completely different story. I never go outside. I mean, barely I go outside. Rarely I go outside, but I don't go outside because there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on outside. And yeah, there's a cockroach right there. But another thing is, you know, yeah.